Look to the left, look to the right. Nothing can stop me in the night, like I am leaving all the bad stuff and trying to remain so strong. I know it's good if I'm alone. I got it, I gotta go, go, go. Running to better times. Go, go, go. From my emotions I'll go, go.
This is Phylicia. This is her workshop. So be sure to check her out at Phylicia.Willis on Instagram. So, yes, we're here in Charlotte for the photo tribe. There's a flower tribe too, right? So they're doing the flowers, so we can photograph them, I'm guessing. I'm so excited. They got the flowers here, and I think they're building something. I'm not quite sure. This photo walk is taking place in a collector's ballroom, but so they have photos everywhere. They just have art displayed, and it all looks really cute. Tell them where to follow you on Instagram if you have.
Hillary Coon Photography, K-O-O-N.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi. What do you guys have?
I'm doing like elderflower and vermouth with champagne.
Okay.
And it's a little more on the boozy side. And then I have a pear, and like a spiced pear cordial on top of the champagne as well.
I think I want to try that one.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I was like, this has ginger in it too, so it's kind of.
Oh, I love ginger.
Me too.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cute.
Go outside. Yeah. What do you think?
It's really good.
The whole point of it is okay. Rock, paper, scissors. Okay. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. You won.
Let's think alike.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ready? Now, what was the first question I asked you?
Why do you do it? Why do you want?
Why do you love photography? Came to the conclusion that it is a business and it's money. But we went all the way from why we love photography to what is important about money to you, and we end up at legacy. Does that make sense? Because money is only significant to the extent that it allows you to live a life that excites you, nurture those you love, and leave a legacy. After that, money's not important. And imagine having everything you desire in your life right now. Right? Imagine it. You see it. The car, the house, the kids, whatever it is, the opportunity to help certain people, whatever it is. Okay, you got it? You have that picture? Okay, open your eyes, look at me. How many of you envision stacks of money? No. No one ever does. I've been in the room with multimillionaires and they never envision stacks of money because that's really not what's going on with us, right?
Right.
So we're going to talk personal finance because money has now become nothing more than a resource to you. That's it. It is nothing more than a resource. It is not your goal. You don't have to desire to be rich because if you're rich and still don't have what you envision, it's irrelevant to you.
Yes, I am. You can say hi if you want. Oh, wait, let it focus on you. Tell them your name.
I'm Olha.
Tell them where they can find you.
Concord. Instagram, Olha More Photography.
What if they can't spell that?
Well, you gotta speak Dutch. You ain't Dutch. I guess I'm trying to learn there. I don't know.
I'm back home from the photo workshop, and I started editing the video and everything, and I just don't think I did the best job vlogging, and I just want to be a better vlogger. I've had a lot going on, and I just recently got back from Beacon, which I shared that experience as well, so be sure to check that out. And then I signed the lease for my salon suite, and yeah, so I had a lot going on, and I really just had to hit the ground running. I was exhausted, and yeah, I just missed, I didn't vlog everything that I wanted to vlog, but I wanted to give as much in the moment and behind the scenes footage that I could give you guys for my first experience at a photo workshop. I just learned a lot about the basics of the art of photography. I learned about playing with your environment, coming up with different props and tools to use in your photo shoots, and how to engage with your clients and your subjects that you're shooting. I want to say the biggest takeaway for me in terms of what I learned was the business aspect, and just like the management and marketing. I learned a lot about having a business, and then you're the employee of your business. So it's like running your business, but then you still you pay yourself from that business, and just learning how to manage your revenue and stuff like that. And if you would want me to go into detail about some things, because I did decide to research even further, then let me know, and I will share some of the other things that I'm learning as well. But I learned a lot about that. I learned about how other photographers help their clients style themselves, and you know, what to wear for their photo shoots, different content that I can post on blog posts about related to photography, and just how I can help my clients in the photography industry as a photographer. I learned a lot about marketing, where photographers are going to get clients. The photography industry there is just they're so close, and they're like a family. They share, you know, business, they refer each other to other photographers, they work together, and that was very, very inspiring to me. So yeah, I just learned how photographers really work together to set the tone for the industry, and it was really awesome. And I also learned how they're marketing to their clients, what websites to use to show your portfolios. The styled photo shoot that I went to, it wasn't necessarily hectic, but there was a lot going on. There were a lot of photographers there, and I don't want to say we were on a time crunch, but in the same breath we were on a schedule. So you got to try to get, you know, good shots while you can, and then you also have to work around other photographers. But yeah, those were the things that I learned. Going on to what tips I have for you if you decide to go to a styled photo shoot, would be to not be afraid. For me, like I said, I was, you know, somewhere new, alone, and I knew no one. And it's different if I'm in my home city, but I was in a completely different city, so that kind of made it a little bit more scary for me. But naturally, I am a little bit timid. I'm not really a competitive person, so people are trying to get their shots, and I'd stand there and like, okay, well, get your shots, and then I'll just get mine after you. But then people keep coming up. You have to get in there and get your shots and not worry about other people. I'm not saying be rude, but you kind of have to stand your ground, get in there and get the photos that you want to get, because you're paying money to be there, and you want to make sure you get your money's worth, and you want to have the content to show, this is what I've learned, this is what I can do, and whatever else. Another tip is to network and make photography friends, because you never know who you know and who they might know. And networking can build friendships, it can build bonds. You guys can learn from each other, feed off of each other, share work. Just for me going there, I made so many wonderful friends, And also be sure to take plenty of notes, and maybe kind of when you go home, look at your photos and maybe critique yourself and decide, this is what I did, but maybe I should have did this or XYZ, and write those things down and just go over them every once in a while. That helps me whenever, if I make a mistake or if I do something good, I try to jot down, you know, what I could have did differently or what I need to keep doing, and it kind of helps me track my progress. And a lot of times when you make a mistake and you really, you know, acknowledge it and sit back and think about it, when you're put in that predicament again, you remember, like, oh, this is happening, I did this last time, let me not do that, let me do this instead, and it kind of helps you. Another tip that I have for you guys whenever you go to Styled Photoshoots is make friends with the other vendors, because you, again, I guess this would also be considered networking, but when you make friends with the other vendors, you can build that relationship and potentially become a preferred photographer. A floral shop, for example, say a bride has a florist for her wedding and she's looking for a photographer. Well, that florist, if you're friends with them, they can say, hey, this is a photographer that I recommend, X, Y, and Z. And you can do that with floral, makeup, hair, I don't know. That will just help you be one step further and meeting your goal of getting those clients. If I forgot to mention anything, be sure to check out my blog post on the experience. And if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments, and if I can answer them down there, I will. Or if not, I'll just, you know, go back and put them in the blog post. I also want to give a big shout out to Phylicia Willis. Thank you so much for just being you and putting together such an amazing workshop. I learned and gained so much from it, and I also want to shout out all of the vendors that came together to collaborate to give us something to take pictures of. And I also want to thank the models and all the other speakers that came out and just really filled our cups up with knowledge, motivation, and just everything. That's all, folks. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.